everyone, welcome back to Immediate Movie Reactions. I'm here after seeing Argylle, Agent Argylle, an Apple TV movie done by Matthew Vaughn, who you may know from Kingsman. It's starring Dallas Bryce Howard, who, I was thinking, I kind of grew up watching the Andy Griffith Show and Ron Howard, Backdraft, right? Like some of those movies were my favorite. I've been watching Howard's on screen for most of my life. And, oh my God, maybe this will be the last one. So Sam Rockwell is also in this. Catherine O'Hara is in this. Bryan Cranston is in this. John Cena at points is in this. And, of course, Henry Cavill, who plays Agent Argylle, even though there's not really an Agent Argylle, but there is an Agent Argylle. But there's a twist that there isn't, but there is. And it's so all over the place. It's so back and forth. And really what it ends up is the secret twist in this movie is that it fucking sucks. This movie is awful. I'm sorry. It's so bad. It starts out, it's maybe kind of fun. So the idea is that Bryce Dallas Howard plays Ellie Conway, and she is a novelist who writes these really bad spy novels. I can't stand when people write this film or a book or whatever about a famous story or story that's become legend or whatever, super popular. And it's awful. Like it's never in real life, it would never become this popular because it's garbage. And I'm sorry that the writing, even though maybe it's trying to be a little bit over the top, maybe it's trying to be a little cheesy, it just ends up being bad. So she writes these spy novels that turns out that they're real, like these things are really happening. And so in her novels, there's a thing called the Directorate, and the Directorate in real life is called the Division, and the Division is trying to capture her. And then her spy, Agent Argylle, is actually this spy who is Sam Rockwell, who plays Aiden West, I think his name is, or some shit, like doesn't really matter, right? And so he's now trying to protect her from the Division, but then he's also trying to sell her out because they kind of make that out that he's trying to sell her out, but then he's not. And it's just like twist after twist that's so unnecessary. Not even like a Mission Impossible. I think that there's, obviously at the top, there's some of the 007, the James Bond movies. And for a while in this movie, I'm thinking, if James Bond is your grandfather's spy movie, this might be your grandmother's spy movie because it's kind of soap opera-y, it's kind of cheesy. There's like dance scenes because, Brad Pitt eats in every movie and Tom Cruise runs in every movie. Well, Sam Rockwell dances in every movie. And that's the best part of this. So, but then, like, if this is your I would hope that your grandmother would be smarter than this. This movie it's so bad. I'm sorry. I'm not going to waste too much time talking about it. So basically then, there's three different perspectives, and some of that's kind of cool. Like, as Ellie Conway is maybe crazy, and she's seeing Sam Rockwell fighting, but then there's this cool choreography and camera tricks as it's switching back and forth between it's him and then it's Henry Cavill and then it's Sam Rockwell and then it's Henry Cavill, and you're never quite sure what's real. But then it all ends up that maybe none of it is real, but then it kind of is, and it's just, it's crazy. And I hate to say, because one of the things I complain about a lot is how just kind of by the numbers so many of these films are, right? Operation Fortune, I'll go back to that, even though I hate to. Like, that was just such a cliche by the books. This one tries to do some clever things. There's a car chase at the beginning, and if you've seen the previews, you've pretty much seen all of that, where I think it's Dua Lipa is the bad guy, and Henry Cavill and John Cena are trying to capture her, and there's a car chase, and I want to see something unique, original. We've seen 1,000 car chases through all these movies, just over and over again, so you want to see something new and exciting. But the really, really terrible CGI that you see right at the beginning of this film and then kind of continues throughout different instances, as clearly the actors can't pull off the action that they're being asked to do. It's awful. We were laughing at inappropriate times when it was like, wait, did they really just do that? I do have to say, toward the end of this movie, they kind of find that Secret Service, that Kingsman sort of humor, the kind of over the top crazy action. But by the time they do that, with a really, actually, it was cinematic. It was colorful. It was awesome. This final fight scene where, not to give too much away, but the two main characters, the two main spies are fighting down the division and basically brutally murdering a bunch of Death Star NPCs. Like, that's kind of cool. It's sort of like I hate Love and Thunder, but in Thor Love and Thunder, that fight scene, that big scene where they have on the black and white planet and they use color effectively, like, that's cool. There are some actual cinematic pieces in this movie. The problem is everything in between it's such shit. The only fun that I would say watching this movie, and I am not a drinker, however, make this into a drinking game. Every time they say writer and every time they say spy, take a drink, because you're gonna be fucking hammered at the end of this movie. If that's what you're looking for, because that's the only, I think, good way to watch this movie, is just realize it's garbage and maybe you're drunk and whatever, you don't care. So God, I've spent so long talking about this movie. I cannot spend any more talking about this movie. See it, stream it, skip it, please skip it. And especially if you're a fan of the Kingsman series, don't stay. There is an end credit scene that, oh my God, it ties everything together, unfortunately, kind of. It just ruins it. Oh my God, I can't anymore with this movie. So anyway, thank you for watching. I feel like I have just ranted for 6 minutes here, but God, this movie was awful. Thank you. I will see you all after the next movie. I do appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, leave some comments. Let me know what you think. All right. And hopefully the sound isn't too bad. I forgot my earbuds. So we'll see how it goes. See you after the next movie. Hey everyone, sorry, just one quick addendum here. I really forgot to add this, that the movie switches between three perspectives, right? It's Ellie Conway, who's the writer, and she's trying to figure out and solve the mystery of what's going on. She's trying to write the next chapter in the book to figure out what's going on. And whatever she's writing or thinking of is what's happening to the fictional Argylle. And so we're switching back and forth between seeing the two as Ellie Conway is like, you know what, he might do this, and this really bad narration, and she's like, and then he looks to his left, and then we see him, look off to his left, right? But what ends up happening is it just becomes this never-ending story kind of situation where Treyu is looking at us and looking at the audience and breaking the fourth wall and being like, please, you can save her, you have to believe, like, it's so cheesy. It could have been cool, but ends up being cheesy. So there we are. I just needed to put that on there. Thank you. I'm sorry. See you soon.